Good evening. Good evening. How are you this evening? Hope you had a great day. A little cloudy here today, but it didn't rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow though. But had a good day. Hope you did too. Today we'll talk about innovation. What innovation can do to your life. Innovation just meaning you're doing something different, something new, maybe a different method, but it's something creative that you can do, something you can change. Hi there, how are you? So it's a talent, it says, that everyone has, but most people think that they don't. But let's talk about the power of innovation. It says if you've ever marveled at somebody's creative prowess, guess what? You can create and innovate too. It just takes time. Everyone is born creative. The box of crayons in kindergarten were not limited to those who possessed potential, because the truth is everybody has potential, including you and me. It says, you know how long it took you to learn to ride a bike or to learn how to drive? And then, of course, you learn from your mistakes, right? It says it's the same with innovation. It takes a bit of practice and a lot of time before this mind function becomes easy. And when you call upon it, right? It says, so this article is going to teach you a few tips and to show you how innovation can come into your life easily. Okay? It says, don't listen to what other people say. That's the number one thing. We don't ever want to listen to what other people say, but we always listen to what other people say, right? And then it makes us stop. It makes us not continue. But it says, don't listen to what other people say. Follow the beat of your own drum. It says, allowing for the input of other people would only bring cacophony to the music you're trying to make. So don't do it, okay? It says, if you have an original idea, don't waste your time and effort trying to make people understand, because they won't. It says, and the help you will probably get comes in the form of negative feedback. If all those geniuses listened to their peers, we would probably still be living in the Middle Ages. So all those people who brought us all these good things, right? If they had listened to their peers, we wouldn't be where we are now. So don't listen to other people, okay? Spend time on it though, on whatever it is that you want to innovate. But it says if you work in a regular job, don't quit your job. You may have to make a few differences or manage your time a little bit better so you can squeeze them both in. That's okay. It says exercise, take a walk, run a mile or two. Send all those endorphins coursing through your veins. And exercising certainly clears and relaxes your mind and allows for anything to pop up. So relax yourself. Okay. Record your dreams. Aren't some of them just the craziest things that your conscious mind would never have thought of? When you wake up in the morning, some of those dreams, right? You wonder, what in the world was that all about, right? It says, if you had these dreams before, and I'm sure you have, this only shows you the untapped innovative power you have lying within. So jot down those notes. It says those dreams may just create an innovative spark in you. So write them down. When you first get up in the morning, have a notebook and pen on the side of your bed. Write down what you were dreaming about. Especially if they keep, happening the same ones over and over again, write them down. Then it says find your own style. You can always tell a Van Gogh from a Matisse. You'll know a Hemingway wrote something by the choice of words on the paper, right? So it is the same with you. People will appreciate your innovation more because it is uniquely yours and that no one else would have thought of what you were thinking. It says that will let people see how valuable an asset you are. Your mind is a thing of your own, right? Nobody has the same one. Nope. It says, don't hide behind nifty gadgets or tools. You don't need the most expensive set of paints to produce a masterpiece. The same with writing. It says you don't need some expensive fountain pen and really smooth paper for a bestseller. In fact, it says J.K. Rowling wrote the first book of Harry Potter series on bits of tissue. I remember when I watched her on an interview, I think she was writing it on either a napkin or something like that because the thought came to her right then and there, and she had to write it down. So do the same thing, right? Have something to write with. So when the thought comes, write it down. Okay. It says, so what if you got an expensive SLR camera? If you're a crappy photographer, you don't need a big expensive camera. Your phone will do just fine, right? It says, who cares if you got a blinging laptop if you can't write at all? Just use paper and write down which comes to you. It says, the artist usually reduces the number of tools he has as he gets better at his craft. He knows what works and what doesn't. You'll end up being the same way, right? You think you need all these things because you want to be so very special, but you don't need them because you already are special. Nobody's going to do the same thing that you're doing, right? So make do with what you have. It says, nothing will work without passion. What wakes you up in the mornings? What keeps your flame burning? What is the one thing that you'll die if you don't do? Sometimes people with talent are overtaken by the people who want it more. Think the hare and the tortoise. Ellen DeGeneres once said that if you're not doing something that you want to do, then you don't really want to do it. How about that? And that's true. Sometimes you just want something so bad you become a virtual unstoppable. And that is passion. Passion will keep you going. Okay? And like I said, think about the tortoise and the hare. Right? It wasn't the smarts that won. It was the practice and the just taking your time, right? But being consistent, and the tortoise won. Right? You can do the same. It says, don't worry about inspiration. You can't force that. It says, inspiration hits when you least expect it to. For those unpredictable yet inevitable moments, you should prepare though. It says, an idea could strike you on the subway. Yet alas, you poor unfortunate soul, you have no sheet of paper to scribble down a thought that could come and change the world. It says, avoid the disasters, but having pen and paper always handy, right? You can have it in your pocket, in your purse, right? It says, hopefully these tips will help you bring more innovation into your life. Keep in mind that you're doing these things for your own satisfaction and not anybody else's. But soon enough, you will notice, and everything should snowball from here. Or it says, soon enough, they will notice, and everything will snowball from here. So, innovate. Okay? Make it easy on yourself, though. Something you always dreamed of, that you always wanted to do. It's in your mind. Write it down. And give yourself time. It doesn't have to be done right away, today, tomorrow. No. Give yourself time. But do it and stay consistent, right? Before you know it, you either have a book, you have a beautiful painting, you'll have something that's totally yours, that you did, right? And it'll make you feel good. So I hope that inspires you to innovate, do something new, something different. It doesn't have to be drastic, just some small thing that you can do different, okay? All right. Well, thanks again for being here, for listening. Hope you had a great day, and I'll be back on Friday, hopefully with something else that will inspire you to do something, okay? All right. You take care now.